We bought New York bagels from QVC. We're going to try them and give you our honest opinion on how they taste and whether it's worth the price. We are back to do another review of food that we purchased from those home shopping networks. Our previous video was so well received and had so many views that we decided to do more. Just like last time, I'm not going to taste the food by myself. I asked for some help, and we together were going to taste the bagels and let you know our thoughts. But before we do so, here are just some things for you to remember.
We purchased the item that we are testing.
We're not salespeople, and we're not trying to sell you anything.
If we like it, we'll tell you.
If we hate it, we'll definitely tell you that too.
So today we bought just bagels from QVC. Now, being a New Yorker, I know what a good bagel is. I also live in Florida, so I know what a bad bagel is. So I'm quite interested to see how these turn out. These were bought from QVC, and the president or the owner, I'm not quite sure who he was on QVC explaining how they make these bagels, which are made in the Bronx using good old New York water, which supposedly makes a bagel a better bagel. So these are made in New York with New York water, and they should be good bagels. So today, instead of just tasting these bagels, we bought some bagels from our local supermarket. We bought Ray's New York bagels. They were $4.99 in the bag of 6, which comes to 83 cents a bagel, which is a pretty good price for a bagel. The bagels we bought from QVC were 24 bagels for $41.98, and that is $1.74 a bagel, which actually is not a bad price. If you were to walk into a bagel place in New York, and they're not bagel stores, they're bagel places, by the way. If you were to go into a bagel place in New York, you should expect to pay around $1.50 a bagel. So these are $1.74, which is not a bad price. So with that, let's get started. I'm going to taste the toasted bagels. Ray's on the right, QVC on the left. Buttered. So let's see. This is the Ray's bagel. That was half the price. It's good. Now, QVC bagel. Just bagels from New York. This says New York too. I don't know if it's actually made in New York. This one, actually, it looks like a New York bagel, but let's try it. Okay, this is a much better bagel. Here's a good bagel. It just tastes fresher. It's lighter. It's fluffier. Yeah, here's a good bagel. Thumbs up for the bagel. Now, this bagel it's not ridiculously priced. It's twice the price of this bagel, which is a fine bagel too. If you need to get it at the grocery store, this is a fine bagel. This will work. But this at $1.74 a bagel, not a bad price. Let's see what the others say.
Let's try the
it.
Ray's with butter.
We're going to try the Ray's bagel with butter.
Definitely crispy outside.
It's a good bagel.
A good taste, good tasting bagel.
A little chewy, but a good bagel.
And nice outside.
And very chewy. I didn't realize. But I do enjoy this. I mean, because, we're in Florida 20 years. And, this is a good bagel.
Okay, you want to try the QVC?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Much better.
Still crunchy on the outside, but there is a little bit more taste, I feel, to the QVC bagel.
And not as chewy as the Ray's. The Ray's was a little more doughy.
True. I agree with that.
Okay.
It's like I'm back in New York.
In New York bagel.
Yeah. Wow. How do they do it? Wow.
Well, they claim they get their water. Bagels are boiled in water before they're baked. that is good bagels.
My God, it's like light and oh my God. Wow. And it's 83 cents for Ray's, $1.74 for the Just Bagels. And to me, it's worth it.
Definitely.
Wow. All right, don't eat it all, but
I shouldn't be eating bagels, but these are good.
wow.
Now we're going to do Ray's cream cheese. Hit it.
Let's do it.
Nope.
Even though this one's toasted, to me it has the same texture, consistency.
Don't like this.
Okay.
Don't like this one.
I could live with these bagels. They're good.
Yes, chewy. But you're right. I could definitely live with them if I had to.
That's the baked one. Not a fan of that. It doesn't feel like it got maybe cooked enough. Okay, so let's try the QVC.
Still good crunchiness, but like I said, like the other one, still a better taste than the Ray's.
Definitely a better bagel. Not so doughy. The QVC bagels work out to be $1.74 a bagel. Ray's is 83 cents a bagel. It's definitely worth.
Yeah, to me, it's not.
The price.
I'd rather pay more to have a better bagel in the morning.
Holy cow. I would never think there would be such a difference.
Just put a piece of lox on top and you're in heaven.
And she's happy. Highly recommend. I know, we're like, whoa, so good. If you can get these guys, especially people in the Midwest who don't know what a New York bagel's like, go for it.
Definitely.
So the comparison of the Just Bagels that we bought from QVC and the Ray's Bagels that we bought from the local supermarket was pretty interesting, and I'm glad we did it. It's sort of like when you rent a car. The car starts, it gets you to where you want to go. It's a fine car. There's nothing wrong with it. But then when you sit in a Rolls Royce, you're like, holy cow, this is some car. Well, that's sort of like what we felt when we had the two bagels. The Ray's Bagels is a fine bagel. And most people won't even know that there's better bagel out there unless you're really from New York. But if you're from New York, you're not buying a Ray's Bagel at the supermarket. You're buying a bagel that you can get at the bagel place right on your corner. So when we tried the Just Bagels from QVC, you really notice a difference. It's night and day. It is that good. It's really worth the price, $1.74. And in fact, and I'm reluctant to say this, but I would probably pay a little bit more for a bagel that's good. It's an authentic New York bagel, as if you were to get one from the bagel place. And to get it shipped to your house, and if you don't live in New York, it's well worth it. You know, a lot of people put New York on their product to help try to sell it. I'm in Florida, and you see a lot of restaurants that say New York pizza, and it's not New York pizza. I was traveling to Tennessee, and there was a restaurant that said New York corned beef sandwich. So I had to go get this New York corned beef sandwich, and you know what? It was paper thin. And if you go to a deli in New York, and I mean Manhattan, I don't mean Oswego, you're going to get a corned beef sandwich that you can't even put in your mouth. It's that thick and delicious, obviously, too. So the point is, people put New York on their products to try to sell it, and it's not New York. These bagels, however, these Just Bagels, they're New York bagels. They are authentic New York bagels, and they are well worth the price. So what's the verdict? Well, the Just Bagels that we bought from QVC were a big hit. And that's coming from a bunch of New Yorkers. Those are bagels that you would get if you were to buy them from a bagel place in New York. It's exactly the same. So if you're not from New York and you want an authentic New York bagel, we highly recommend the Just Bagels from QVC. And I'm sure you can get them from their website. I don't even know if they have a website, but it's worth checking them out. They're really good. So that's our honest take, and we'll see you next time. We bought donuts. Donuts.
Oh my God, like, is he
Take 642. We bought donuts. We didn't buy donuts. There's no way we bought donuts. All right.